on the
It's
corner.
streaming live. Oh, okay. Well, my other page said streaming now. So how cool is that? Hi.
Hi.
How are you, neighbor down the road?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's class for
Me
sure.
too. Me too.
And what class is that?
It is Simon Milas's choice of possibility class.
Yes, yes.
Hi, Kalena.
Oh,
Oh,
gonna get some background noise. Hearing us in like
double.
double. Yeah. Yeah, Simone Milasas is doing a COP online. You know, we got our lockdown, so we can't get to her, so she can come to all of us on Zoom like this.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about this class. I love the time for us, San
Yeah, it's
Francisco.
perfect for us in the West Coast.
Yep,
And the class actually starts for us at 5 o'clock
yep. And
and
goes
goes
to
on
like,
to like
goes till kind of late, like 1
or
a.m. or
yeah, yeah,
midnight or something.
11:30, 12 maybe.
Yeah, depending on how late the lady goes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of cool to have an evening class. I can get my dinner, get myself a glass of wine, put on my Zoom, sit back.
Your favorite champagne?
My favorite champagne or Prosecco.
Prosecco, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So COP, I mean, for those of you guys who are listening to us going, what are they talking about, cops? Which are really big right now, but that is not what we're talking about. But maybe something about all of the insanity in America can change. You know, maybe there's a different possibility. This class has pulled really a lot, pulled me at least, and everyone's different, but because there's something about this that I feel like is going to create a bigger change than maybe we're aware of now.
Mhm.
I'm not sure, you know, I'm not clear yet. I just have a awareness about it, and we'll know once we get into the class. The change will be more available
Yeah.
to talk about then. But there's
Yeah.
something, I don't know, are you getting that?
Mm-hmm. And probably there's so many people out there who probably are not aware of they have a choice.
Well, that's what it is. It's a choice of possibilities. I mean,
Right. Right.
choice creates your awareness. When you, like when I chose this class, it was like, oh, oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. This is something that has been really pulling me. And until I chose, I couldn't even get clear on that at all. And then when
Mhm.
I was like, my eyes almost welled up, like something big is gonna, well, something really cool, really
Yeah,
big, whatever that big is
we'll
gonna be,
find out.
yeah, we'll find out. So yeah, it's a choice, and you know, it's to choose all the possibilities. So you've been to COPs before, and like I've been to so many I couldn't count them because I walked into this amazing access work like 15 years ago and went to at least 2 or 3 COPs since then every
Mhm.
year. So I've been to
Mhm.
quite a few. You've been doing access for a while now too, but you know, been taking classes and going to courses and working with it and facilitating. But do you remember your first COP?
Yes. My
Yeah.
first COP was in San Francisco with Dane and Brendan.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, with
You were
Dane. I
there?
remember. Yep. I was there. I was there. It was
Yeah.
oh, that was a fun one. So I mean, it's not about the facilitators, and the facilitators all bring their own, you know, what they've created over the years, how they've chosen to do access differently and how it's worked for them, which is one of the things I love about Simone is the different classes I've taken. She speaks about, you know, being the worldwide coordinator for years and interacting with Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, and Dr. Dane here, and how she's chosen and what things were up for her and what she chose and how it changed. And hearing how she used the tools over the years was the first time I went to some big classes with her was phenomenal for me. So how's it
Yeah.
get better than that?
Yeah.
But like, did you notice like the next day or the next week or that over that year after you chose this COP, what shifted in your world?
Well, the first one was like my brain was so fried. I was like, like that.
Yeah.
Like, what? I have a choice? What? Really? Like that. And then my second COP was with Gary. I think that was in Vancouver. And then, like by next year, I was able to like, okay. So what do I want to create? What's my choice for today? And started to use the tools of access consciousness, and that really started to open up a door.
Mm.
And so little by little, I was like, oh wow, if I make this choice, what would it create? And everything, started to open, and it was so fun. And it's so fun for me to ask a question every day. What can I do? What can I be greater than yesterday? Or, what choice do I have?
Yeah. I mean, just the idea that today could be greater than yesterday, or tomorrow can be greater than today,
Even
and you
more?
can, and it's a choice. Like we have this, how does it get any better than this? Like
Yeah.
things getting better all the time. And you get that in the foundation class, which is the
Hmm.
requisite for this. But to start to really use it in your life, I think is one of the things COP starts to gift you, is this way of, someone said, I think it was Rebecca Hulse, that you start to see how you can change the world. It's kind of like the Matrix movie when Neo, if you guys are Matrix fans, which I am, I don't know, have you seen the Matrix?
No.
No. Okay. Well, there's a moment where he gets that it's not real and he can actually change it.
Mm.
Like nothing's as solid as you think it is. And there's just this great scene when he gets it and he can go and start changing everything around him to work for him. And this class, you lets you see how these tools create that for you.
Yeah.
And it's a choice to create it. It's like I was just spent a crazy week with something with my daughter in a hospital, and I was like, it was pretty rough, and I don't know how people do stuff like this without the tools. But talking to the doctors and realizing what they wanted to do with her
Hmm.
wasn't going to create greater for her. Like it wasn't going to work for her body, but it wasn't logical to them. And they're doctors and they're logical and they're science and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I couldn't go, so if you choose this, what's it going to create? What's lighter? I'm like,
They totally don't get that, right?
because they would never get it. And then I'm like, okay, how do I change this? What do I have to say to them? What do I have to be different? And I have to talk to my daughter. I'm like, what do we have to be different so this changes and they get it and they think it's their idea? Because they're
Mm.
doctors and they're right and it has to be their idea.
Right. That's right.
Um, but those are the kind of ways you get to start changing the world around you with the COP. And we did it. It totally worked. I think like 5 minutes later, the doctor was like, oh yeah, I'll give you 2 more hours. You guys can do this, and changed her whole point of view and never had to confront her or fight her. She's a really kind lady, but she was in this reality. Yeah, so if people want that possibility, and if any time that I remember in my lifetime in this body that changing the world around me was valuable, it's now the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's now the time.
Now's the time.
And I love that, like we're in San Francisco, but I love that this is kind of like this Pacific Rim class. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's all of the Americas on the West Coast. It's a great time zone for us. And then you got Japan where you're from, and China, and all the Asian countries, and Australia and India. Kind of like this, it's like I'm drawing the Pacific Rim here.
I think for India, it starts around like 3 a.m. So it's a little
Okay.
early for
A
them,
little early
but
for them.
yeah, but it's actually a great time for like North America and Asia,
Yeah.
most of the countries in Asia.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm just like that interaction. I mean, what we're going to
mhm,
be creating,
mhm.
all of
And then
the,
just to think,
yeah.
like the whole world can come to this class with Simone online, and you're on right in front of a computer, so you're on the VIP seat, right? So
Right.
you're right there on the VIP seat and interact, and you can ask question. And then what if this class will start opening up the door for you by choosing this class
Yeah.
to something that wasn't there, that you never thought was possible?
Yep. Yeah. Choice creates. That's what you're talking about. So, I mean, you
Mhm.
can just like look at the energy if you're thinking of, if it's like pinging you or pulling on you or bugging you and you keep like seeing posts everywhere about this class. Like, why does this keep coming up? I know I've chosen classes because all of a sudden in my news feed everywhere, some class kept showing up and I'm like, okay, it keeps showing up. Maybe I should ask a question.
Mhm.
Um, if you choose it, what's it going to create? you don't have to choose it. Like, you don't have to register, buy it, attend. Just look at the energy. If I choose this, what will it create? What will my life be like? This is when I love in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, if I choose this class. And then what it'll be like if I don't. And you're looking at the energy of what creates like a more expansive, a life, like we were saying, greater, something greater for you. And then you'll have an awareness. And not every class is for everyone at every time. I wish I could go to every access class. I get that. And sometimes some of them pop up and they're going to be that thing you've been asking for. The thing you've been wanting to change is going to, like, that class is going to contribute to it. You look so pretty.
Oh, thank you. You too.
She helps me with my face. She does my eyebrows, and she's like does facials and does eyebrows, and she makes me pretty. Minako does. And I don't get you to see. You're kind of a few hours away, and it's been harder with COVID to get together. But fun seeing you online. We have to do a live in-body thing soon.
Yes. When can we do that? Maybe.
Maybe it'll change after this weekend. Maybe something's going to change.
Maybe it
Change
will.
in the world. Yeah. Cool. Anything else you want to add about the class? We said a lot.
I think we said a lot.
I think we did too.
So
okay, well,
I wonder who else would like to join this class.
How many more Americans, all Americans, not just U.S. Americans, but Canadian, people from the Americas would like to come in and join this class? And I'll see you guys on if you choose. I'll see you on the Zoom. And I'll see you on the Zoom tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific time. And I'll put a link in for underneath if you guys are interested. All right. Mwah. Adore you. Bye.
Bye.